Hey, Nelson, alcoholic addict. It's not my real name. I use a pen name here at LOL Sober. I've been thinking a lot recently about the set aside prayer. I go to a few meetings right now where we read that, and man, every time I hear it, it's so helpful to me. And so, if you're unfamiliar with it, I'll read it to you. It's God, today help me set aside everything I think I know about you, everything I think I know about myself, everything I think I know about others, and everything I think I know about my own recovery, so I may have an open mind and a new experience with all these things. Please help me to see the truth. Here's how I boil that down, for me anyway. God, please help me be as dumb as possible. And that's a little blunt, but I love that general idea. The less I think I know, the more I want to listen and learn. And that has been a common theme of my recovery since I got sober. I still remember I had about 30 days sober, and I had been to like 25 or 30 meetings. So I really thought I knew what recovery was all about. I had all the answers already. And I was telling a sober friend that I liked the steps, but there were a few that I didn't love a couple of them. And I wondered if the wording could be changed. And I had a lot of suggestions. And so I told him, like, I don't really like steps 2 and 3. I'm not religious. I don't believe in God. And I didn't ever really hurt anybody but myself. So, like, I don't really need to make amends, right? Steps 8 and 9, they just seemed unnecessary to me. And if you don't believe in God, when you tell me that I need to pray and meditate, like, I don't do the pray thing, right? Because I don't have a God. So, and this guy, he listened very patiently, and he was very calm. And, eventually he told me, it sounds like you're looking for a 7.5-step program, and I work a 12-step program, and I think you might need all 12, he said. And he was loving, and he was smiling, so we joked about that a little bit. But I kept pushing him about my issues with the program and what they needed to do to improve it. And he finally just said, dude, you better get stupid in a hurry. And I got a little bit pissy when he said that. But the next day I said, hey, what did you mean by that? And so he explained it to me a little bit. And he's just thought it was a bad spot to be in if I think I have it all figured out. He said, the more you think you have it all figured out, the more trouble you might be in. And then he jokingly said, I want to introduce you to some 3 words you might not have ever used before. They are a complete foreign concept to you, it sounds like. But here they are. Get ready. I don't know. Have you said that often in your life? And I chuckled and I said, of course I've said I don't know before. That's ridiculous. But I couldn't remember the last time I had used those words, to be honest. And so we spent a few minutes talking about why that might be. And the answer doesn't really matter. That's living in the problem, not the solution. But I mean, the truth is, like, as a active addict and alcoholic, like, I was a fast talking scam artist who had to go to any lengths to keep the con job going, to stay out of jail, to not get fired, to not get divorced. And so when people talked, I just was already ready to talk back. And I had no capacity to learn as an active addict. So he introduced me to contempt prior to investigation, which is a very valuable concept for me to this day. It really matters every single day that I don't think I know everything. So, I thought, like, what do I have to lose, right? Like, when he says be as dumb as possible, like, what really do I have to lose? So I tried everything. I never planned on saying prayers and meditating and connecting with a higher power and calling guys every day. And I just never planned on doing it, but I thought, what do I have to lose? So I did it, and it was awesome. My life got so much better quickly. And so I've never stopped believing to this day that I need to follow good, orderly directions from my recovery program, and that I'll be fine if I do that. I'm not perfect at it. I still remember this work seminar a few years ago that we were sitting in, and they put this slide up on the big screen, and it was a huge red circle with a tiny black dot in the middle. And the guy explained that the red dot, the big one, that was all of the stuff a human being could possibly know. And the small white dot, that was what a typical person actually knew. And I remember looking at that and thinking, I think my white dot is a lot bigger than what's up there on the screen. And I think about that story every time I hear the set-aside prayer, because it helps remind me to just be quiet, listen, learn, and I'll be fine. Oh, And guess what? I use the phrase, I don't know, quite a bit these days, and I'm glad I do. So thanks for letting me share.